Hey friends, Katie here with For the Love of Leftovers. Thanks for joining me. Today is January 17th and I am ending our pantry clean out today with a grocery haul from Hannaford. This is our first grocery haul of the year, and so we didn't make it all the way through January, and we have done some little fill-in grocery purchasing over the past few weeks, but things like, needing milk or apples, bananas, those types of things. This is our first big grocery haul of the year, and like I said, we didn't make it until the end of January, but when I show you these clips of what our pantry looks like, what our cupboard looks like, we for real used everything, okay? We used everything. And so a few things that I'll note about that is, for one, I didn't have as much as I thought I did. And two, there's a whole lot that's going to be donated, because even in using everything, there are still things that I was like, I'm not gonna use those, even if we have nothing. I'm not gonna use them, like cherry pie filling, lemon pie filling. There's a can of pumpkin in there, which I will probably still use. There's like boba tea that none of my kids really like, and I'm trying to eat differently. So there's a few things that's still in our pantry or still in our cupboards that has not been used yet, but it's not going to be. I have, for some reason, 5 jars of olives. We don't eat olives. I do with Mediterranean style dishes, but I'm the only one. I'm not gonna be able to go through 5 jars of olives. My mom, on the other hand, loves olives and will snack on them, so I'll give those to her, no big deal. And then I have cans of chicken stock, cans of jelly, cans of, or when I say cans, I mean jars of pickles, and jars of peppers that we did over the summer. So I have a bunch of stuff, but it's not anything we're not going to be eating pickles every night. And as you might have just heard, our kids are sick, and I'm starting to get a little tickle in my throat. So now is as good a time as any to go to the grocery store and get the things, get our comfort items, to, bring a little comfort in this time of need. So let me show you what I got in today's grocery haul that I am hoping these groceries will be able to last a couple weeks, and we'll just kind of go from there. Another side note is, even though so around Christmas time is actually, so probably about a month that I've been not spending nearly as much, not going to the grocery store, really honing in on our finances. And we've been able to do a few things. We've been able to pay off a credit card debt. We've been able to pay off a medical bill. We've been able to set up a couple LLCs. There's been some really big things and great things happening with the finances that we were able to save by not going to the grocery store for a month. Just getting the really bare necessities and using the things that we had already. So that is fantastic. And while I wanted my first grocery haul of the year to be a trip to Costco and stocking up in that way, we were paying on these other things that need to be paid off, which meant that money could not go into an account or be pulled out to later use at Costco. So again, maybe over the next couple weeks, I can put some money aside, weeks to a month, put some money aside, and then go do a nice big restock at Costco and take you guys along with me there. But that was kind of the point of this whole challenge, and we're not stocked up the same way that Three Rivers Homestead is, or some of the other YouTubers you'll see doing that challenge. We don't prep in that way. Like I have something like 10, like 40 boxes of graham crackers, and that was a mistake on my part when I ordered them. That's not like because I was bulking up for them. So we just don't run our home in that way yet. I do aspire to that, but I think with this, you know, challenge of using what we have and using it to the best of our ability, really being mindful of what I was making, what everyone was eating, things like that, I think I'll be able to do that and do a better job. So I can get things like, you know, diced tomatoes. We haven't had diced tomatoes in weeks now, but it's something that I kept going for. It's something that I kept reaching for and being like, oh man, I don't have that. So like things like that, I will definitely buy again. Things like olives. I'm not going to stock up on olives. Okay, now I'll show you what I got tonight at Hannaford. Yes, nighttime. It is 8 p.m. now, so had to go a little bit later. That's all right. Got it done. Well, let me show you what we got so I can get this all put away. Okay, so first thing you'll notice, well, maybe a couple things you'll notice, is we've got a lot of fruit and veggies here, and then we have possible red dye. Hello, talking hand. I don't know if there's red dye in these, but let me say, we've stopped buying juice for the most part. However, like I said, with sick kids, trying to get them to drink as much as possible, and you know, can't always force feed water, but you can kind of force feed these, right? They get a little zhuzh out of it. And I didn't want to get apple juice, straight apple juice, because they do eat at least 1 apple a day. So I wanted to make sure for their little tummies that we got a little bit of variety in here and got some vitamin C. So we've got orange juice, cran apple, cran raspberry, got the baby a gallon of oat milk, and the rest of the family a gallon of regular milk. Had to get myself some more creamer. And then part of my New Year's resolution is eating a bit differently. So I am trying to focus on meat and vegetables for myself, and I'm just doing less carbs. I found that my body is liking it that way. So I did get some sopressata and some cheese. So this is going to be one of my snacks or lunches, and I'm gonna have to go easy on this because dairy does not agree with me either. So but this will pretty much be for me. I did get some fontina cheese for some mac and cheese is the plan, or some sort of pasta dish. Multiple Brussels sprouts. These are pretty much me. I'm the only one that really actually likes Brussels sprouts, but I'll eat those. I mean, that's a couple days. I'll just eat Brussels sprouts. I won't even have anything with it. Though I did get some pancetta that I could cook up and have along with my Brussels sprouts, which would be delicious. I mean, I'll eat these breakfast, lunch, dinner. It doesn't matter to me. Can't get enough of them. Feta cheese, because I said I am going to eat one of those jars of olives. So I am going to make myself some salads with some Mediterranean flair. We got some jalapeno peppers because they looked amazing, so I knew I'd find something to do with them. Apples, these are already gone. Got jar of garlic. I do have some garlic behind the wood stove, except I always forget that I can't store it there during the winter. So like, because it's behind our wood stove, they get really dried out. So a bunch of them are really dried out. Oh, I meant to get honey tonight and I did not get honey. Bummer. Got some taco seasoning because enchiladas are on our list of things that we are going to be having this week. So I did get enchilada sauce as well as Cholula. We've been out of that for a while, so that's a welcome back addition. Mushrooms. I've really been liking mushrooms in my salads lately. It just really gives some heartiness to it. I enjoy the texture. Speaking of texture, you know I have a lifetime supply of angel hair, which really I don't. It's dwindling already. But texture-wise, I love all these shapes. So I told you I'm gonna make some mac and cheese, but then I love these other shapes too. There's just so many things I can do. I do want to do a like a 5-cheese ziti, but not a 5-cheese ziti because I only have 1 cheese. And then we got mandarin oranges for the baby. That's one of his like treat snacks, whereas the other kids are going to try these, and it worked out perfectly. There's only 5 of them in a box. So every kid that can have these will have one, and then the baby will have the mandarin oranges, and he thinks that's just the bee's knees. And then we've got salsa and cheese for our tortilla chips. It has been quite a while since we've had chips and dip, so that was kind of another one of those comfort foods. Told you we needed diced tomatoes, Parmesan cheese. This is one of the places I like to cook. All right, I like to cook from scratch, but one of the places that I don't mind not cooking from scratch is when it comes to seasonings and sauces, because these have so much flavor. These people know what they're doing. Like, you know what I mean? If I'm gonna splurge somewhere, it's going to be in a sauce of some sort. So I saw this one. I have a can of coconut milk in the back of the pantry. We have some Asian noodles still, I think. But I mean, if not, then I'll just throw it with pasta, whatever. And actually, this probably doesn't even need additional coconut sauce, but this will be great with chicken, which I need to pull out some chicken so we can have that. That will make a great like slow cooker or quick meal. Yogurt. My kids are on a yogurt kick, so all for that. So we've got the strawberry yogurt, and then I also have this cashew and coconut yogurt, just the vanilla kind, and this is amazing if you're looking for a dairy-free option that still has all the good probiotics and prebiotics, all that stuff, and tastes like yogurt, like real yogurt. It doesn't have like a weird aftertaste. This stuff is great. I did get some cream cheese. I plan to make some bagels. Green peppers. I did get 4 of them in case I decide to do a stuffed pepper, maybe with venison. We are out of beef, so it'll have to be a venison stuffed pepper, or the kids like to just eat these. Then grapes and bananas. These consider already gone, just like the apples. They'll be gone in a day. Same with our 2 packages of bacon. This will probably get cooked up tomorrow, and those will be gone. So day one and 2 probably. I did get some raw shrimp here because we have Asian rice in the back of the closet, the pantry, and I might even have some seaweed wraps. So I was thinking, oh, we could do some sort of sushi, and I can make some sort of yum sauce to go with it. Strawberries here, 1, 2, 3. These were on sale. Can you believe it? On sale for $3.50 each. Ugh. Like, bring back summer. Give me the fresh strawberries. Ugh, I hate paying so much for these. But this is one thing that one of the sick kiddos did request. So here we go. Here's the strawberries. Again, maybe 2 days. Pasta sauce, because we need a never-ending supply of pasta sauce. Again, sick kiddos require the best. So we've got some crackers here. If we can get something into their tummies, that would be fantastic. Broccoli, mostly for me. I've been roasting it. It's delicious, and in the air fryer, super quick. I also, I use a hot honey drizzle for this when I roast it, and it is so good. We got avocados. They say that they're ripe now. they are very much not ripe now. So those will be a couple days before we can use those. These were new at the grocery store, and I do like to try new things every now and then. And I do not, or have not made pot stickers yet. Like, I haven't made the dough for it, and I haven't located a place locally where I can buy that dough. You can buy it on Amazon. It comes in like a huge thing. I really should just buy a whole bunch and stick them in the freezer, because we love pot stickers. Absolutely love pot stickers. If you know of a good recipe or a good place to find the dough, leave that down in the comments for me, please. Eggs. Our chickens are starting to lay eggs again, and we don't need a ton, so this should last us a week or so. I have been doing good at making bread. However, my autistic son is still not super impressed with my bread. It's different, so he's uncomfortable with it. So I did get some of these. Again, he's one of the sick ones right now, so trying just to get him to eat something. And then these tortillas for our, whatever it is, enchilada, for our enchiladas right there. And I've already showed you the tortilla chips. Yeah, so that is everything that I got tonight. Oh, and I did get some iron out, because we have extremely hard iron, hard water, and need that to clean our toilets and our showers like once a month. I've tried everything. I've tried like the crazy clean gimmick things. I've tried lime rust away stuff, like tried everything. That's the only thing that works. It only lasts for a little bit. We need to invest in like charcoal filters for our house, or some sort of upgraded charcoal water system or something. This water filter that my parents got us, which was in a previous video, I believe. If it is, I will link it up in the corner. If it's not, surprise, my parents got us a Purewell water filter. It's kind of like a Berkeley, but without the Berkeley price tag. And this thing has 2 charcoal filters in it, and it's making a huge difference night and day in color and taste, all that. So that really sparked our interest with getting a charcoal filter or a charcoal system or whatever it is. I don't even know, for our entire house. Supposedly you can actually buy them as shower heads also, for like a second line of defense. My hair definitely needs it. So if you have any advice or tips or experience with anything like what I'm talking about, leave that down in the comments below and tell me what you've done. Tell me what's worked. We're kind of at a loss. It's extremely, extremely hard up here. So I'll take all the help I can get. Okay, so our full receipt here, our full total for tonight's grocery haul was $277.21, and that does include a 5.5% sales tax for the state of Maine. Wah, wah. But that's all right. That should last us a couple weeks. You know, combining this with the few things that I have left over in the pantry and in the fridge, and then we still have all of our meat downstairs. I say still have. We still have a ton of meat downstairs. We still have 3 pigs coming very soon. So I will, in following videos, be making our meal plan for the year. Like rough guide meal plan for the year. But like, I feel like I need to kind of like accumulate all the things first and like see everything in front of me, and then I can more easily make the plan. But I should just start thinking about it, because I'm gonna need to get boxes and things. I'm not gonna be able to reach things and whatnot. So anyhow, I do have loads of soup still in the freezer from previous times I made like batch zuppa toscana. We still have loads of lamb. We have a ton of chicken. We are almost out of our pork from last year. I think I have 5 roasts left and maybe 5 packages of pork chops. So not a whole lot there. And then I have some like kind of random things. We have popsicles. I'm doing this because I think I should probably, I'm having the thought that I should give one to my kids tomorrow just to help with any sore throats and things like that. There's also some other things in there, like we've got some wild game, not a ton. We are almost out of our ground venison. There's still back straps and I think a roast or two in there, but we're good. Like, we have what we need as far as meat is concerned, which is really helpful in helping us, sticking to our budget and making the 200 and some odd dollars, almost $300, which is crazy, but it's gonna help this to stretch a bit. I do have plans, like I said, to go to Costco and Aldi in the nearish future once we can get some money set aside for that. Aldi is 2.5 hours away. Costco is about 1 hour and 15 minutes away. So those are like, really got to plan it out and bring the coolers, make it worth it, make a day of it type of a deal. And I will definitely take you guys with me when I do that. Now I got to get this stuff put away. You can come with me. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I hope you got some ideas and inspiration for your next grocery haul here in 2025. Can't believe we're here. I will see you again next time. Bye for now.